The market is incredibly bullish today. Everything is up, but some tokens are up more than others. M, or the MemeCore token, is appreciating massively. In the last week, it went up by more than 1,200%. And this is how that looks like on a chart. The question is, will this rally continue? Does it still make sense to buy into MemeCore? Or is this potentially a trap, maybe a pump and dump? We are currently at 65 cents. And similar to Bearer Chain, MemeCore is a blockchain that's focused on meme coins. It is a clone of Ethereum. There are a few transactions every now and then, but it's not like there is constant long-term growth. It seems like somebody toyed around with the chain with some automated transactions, but that's about it. What we see over here is the number of unique addresses over time. This seems impressive, right? 4 million unique addresses already, but the number of daily verified smart contracts is extremely low. It's 0 on most days. Sometimes we see 1 or 2 verifications. That's about it. So it's definitely not organic usage of the chain that suddenly peaks up, that pushes up the price with it. Something else must be going on. MemeCore can be bought on the Binance Smart Chain. And we've got more than 2,000 wallets that interacted with the token in the last 24 hours alone. We had more buyers than sellers, so the price is going up. And there's now more than 3 million worth of liquidity on the Binance Smart Chain. There are more than 2,000 holders on chain. That's actually not that much. Many individual meme coins have more than 10,000, potentially more than 100,000 holders. So 2,000 seems to be still early if it's actually organic. Because let's have a look at the number of retail investors versus whale investors over time on the Binance Smart Chain. On the left side, we see the number of wallets that have at least 2,000 M tokens. So at the current price, that's a bit over $1,000. There was a lot of accumulation, but with the recent rally, small retail is selling. Medium-sized retail is also selling, so that's now at least 20,000 tokens. And on the right, it's 200,000 tokens. The whales pretty much exited the token entirely with that rally. Isn't that interesting? The largest wallets tend to exit the token, yet the price is going up. It doesn't seem like this is organic. We've got a YouTube channel with 18,000 subscribers and only 6 videos. We've got a Twitter account with 374,000 followers. But again, on the Binance Smart Chain, we've got a bit over 2,000 holders as in total. So that doesn't really make sense, right? This doesn't seem to be organic followers. And then there's all that trading volume on the spot market on the Binance Smart Chain via PancakeSwap. So that's now 54 million worth of trading volume. But compare the spot trading volume with the bets on the price, the perpetual futures. Over here, we had more than $1 billion worth of trading volume on Binance. So really, what's driving the price here is the bets on the price. It's short-term manipulation. And what I think is going on here is a short squeeze. So too many people are betting on falling prices, and so the market makers push up the price further on the spot market to force liquidate all of those shorts. And they're doing this very aggressively, and that then leads to a massive rally in the M token. And here is why I'm saying this. The funding rates for betting on falling prices of M are extremely negative. People are betting on M to go down. And they're doing this with more and more capital over time. So now the open interest for M is above 60 million. And they're all betting in aggregate on falling prices. And so the shorts get liquidated one after another. This is how the market makers make their money, with short liquidation fees, with squeezing out people that bet on the price coming back to earth. But is this a good bet? I personally bet on falling prices all the time in crypto, but I try to do this with assets that don't have too much volatility. We want to do this with assets that just long-term decline with very little volatility, because if we do that, we just get constant returns. If we bet against the market makers, we always have the danger that the people with the deeper pockets just outbid us. Of course, the outbidding will not happen forever, and we will see the price decline at some point. But the issue really is we can't really tell when this turnaround happens. And the market can be irrational for longer than we can stay liquid. So I think it's better not to bet against the Binances of this world. We don't want to have Binance as our competitor. We want to have other retail investors that don't know what they're doing as our competition. If the funding rates for M suddenly turn positive again, and at the same time we continue to see high open interest, that's maybe when the price can deflate again. Currently the market cap is already quite high, so we're not going to see another 5x in the price. The market cap is close to $1 billion, and within the meme coin market this is quite large. We're not going to see MemeCore suddenly flip the Trump token or get close to Pepe. So there is a ceiling to the manipulation, and in theory we could simply just bet on falling prices, get stopped out, bet again on falling prices, get stopped out again, and then maybe with the third or fourth trade a short could make back all the money that we lose on the first few trades when getting stopped out. But again, this is a game against the market manipulators, against the most skilled people in the market. It can work, and at some point this will deflate, but as long as attention stays high and there's a lot of trading volume in the asset, we might continue to see some volatility. And then again, it's not necessarily easy to beat the market. I do not think that it makes sense to just buy this token and hold this over the next years. That's probably not going to work out. Riding this wave could work out if we use a trailing stop loss. Shorting can also work out if you short with steps, right? With very tight stop losses, and then potentially with the third or fourth bet, make the money back. Now, today I have opened up a copy trading vault for the annual premium members. So if you're a premium member of this channel and you paid for the entire year, you can get copy trading returns like this. This is my personal return in the last 2.5 months on Hyperliquid, betting on relative valuations, right? The concept I talked about several times on this channel. I started out with 40K, turned it into close to 60K in 2.5 months. And of course, this is no guarantee that we'll continue to make these kinds of returns in the future, but it's simply just what I wanted to get as my sample size first before offering this even to the community. So if you want to automatically copy trade and get the exact same returns that I make, then feel free to check it out. It's a premium membership. The link is down below, thebitcoinstrader.com, and make sure that you sign up for the yearly subscription. In there is also a tutorial on how to send that money to the platform. It's built on Hyperliquid. It's the largest decentralized perpetual futures exchange. So if you feel comfortable having your funds in the platform, and if you've not just a few $100, but a few $1,000 to invest, then again, feel free to check it out. The link to premium will pop up over here. Just click on that. It will bring you to the sign up website. If it's the very first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish here regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you next time on YouTube, or see you in premium. Cheers.